I stand here, the most consummate athlete in the world. You know that. And for you to become the most consummate athlete in the world, you would have to defeat me, dethrone me. And I love being the champion.
Nicholas Warren Francis Bockwinkel. Nick was born December 6, 1934 in St. Louis, Missouri.
What better guy to talk about than Nick Bockwinkel, the former AWA World's Heavyweight Champion?
You know, when Nick Bockwinkel came into the room, you were immediately inebriated with his magniloquence.
Time former AWA World Heavyweight Champion, Nick Bockwinkel.
He debuted in 1955 as a tag team partner with his dad. 16 years of age, he debuted in a singles match against none other than Lou Thesz. He was an exceptional technical wrestler, a master of in-ring psychology. The art of professional wrestling was always performed by Nick Bockwinkel.
So many people, there's been debates on who's the greatest world champion of all time. There, of course, Hulk Hogan, Ric Flair, those are the two names that are always brought up. But dare I say, they have forgotten one name, and that is Mr. Nick Bockwinkel, who has beaten several of those guys.
And I feel that Nick Bockwinkel, he had the most class of any wrestling champion that I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, drop the hold, buddy. Nick Bockwinkel. Excellent move by Bockwinkel.
I got to tell you something. I was fortunate enough to meet Nick Bockwinkel 15 years ago in Tampa, Florida. I happened to be down in Tampa. I was on business and I ran into Terry Funk at a hotel, and he was like, "Rudy, how you been?" Blah, blah, blah. He says, "Hey, we're doing a wrestling convention down the street. Why don't you come through? Here's a couple tickets." So I said, "By the hell with it, let's go." Me and my buddies from Insane Clown Posse, we went over to check out the convention, and there he was, Nick Bockwinkel. Several of these great superstars of yesteryear spoke with you about Mr. Nick Bockwinkel. Let's go to that footage right now.
Nick Bockwinkel is probably one of the greatest world champions of all time. He had the body, he had the talk, and he could wrestle. And I mean, he was just, I don't think he gets enough recognition as to how great he was. That's what I think. Anywhere in the world, he was a champion worldwide. Of course, carried the AWA strap for years. He's one of the best ever.
Ultimate class. I mean, just the epitome of a champion.
Whoa, Chris, man, you had everybody talking about Nick Bockwinkel. Was that Baby Doll?
That was Baby Doll, man. That was absolutely unbelievable, man. You know, Nick Bockwinkel, he touched everybody's heart in a certain way. We talked about him being very personable and making you feel like you were somebody.
Yes.
He had that. That was a blessing.
So, look at this to the turnbuckle. Got him in a sleeper. Here's the Bockwinkel sleeper. The Gagnes and Bockwinkel's have argued for eons about their respective sleepers. Bockwinkel moving over to this count. There it is. The count is 3, and Nick Bockwinkel had no problem after Dustin Rhodes was.
Nick Bockwinkel, of course, he passed away several years ago, but his legacy still lives on. And fans, I urge you, if you don't know who we're talking about, for you younger fans, I urge you to look up Nick Bockwinkel, the AWA World's Champion, and you will be really surprised at how great this man really was.
I think every wrestling fan should look up the history of professional wrestling.
Is the title. The thing is to be the #1 consummate athlete in the entire world. the most respected man in all sports. And that's why, because wrestling is the oldest sport.
Anyways, fans, if there's a wrestler or tag team that you'd like for us to cover, please feel free to hit us up at the web address at the bottom of your screen, and we will take all suggestions into consideration.
Looking forward to it. Please do it.
Absolutely. Let us know how we're doing. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Until next week, this has been Chris Carter. I'm Rudy Hill. We'll see you next week. Wrestling Real Talk, baby. Get to like and subscribe to the greatest wrestling show of all time, Wrestling Real Talk. Once again, if you'd like for us to talk about one of your favorite stars, it's real simple. Use this address right here at the bottom of your screen. Do it now. Send in those requests.
And it's wrestling's real talk. So smash the like and whatever you do, and then push the thing and subscribe, and don't kayfabe it and get two accounts, because they'll get you in the end.